This is Dave Ellis, and this is Becoming a Master Student. It's designed so students are much more successful in school. And it's my favorite book. Hey, I'm down here. Right here. Yeah, it's me. And I'm just thrilled to be talking to you about this book because I know that it works. Students graduate at higher rates. Students are more successful when they're in school. They're happier. They stay in school longer. I put my heart and my soul into this book. Well, now I put my body into it. And it's not very comfortable. So let me get out of here. Wow, it was crowded in there. Whoa, you can't imagine. That book is packed with material. And that was why we designed it that way, to just be packed with everything that students could use to be more successful in school, with life skills and study skills and general principles. I'd like to show you around. First of all, I want to have you look at the cover. We spent a long time on the cover. People talk about the cover as the big red book. Of course, it pictures students because that's who we're trying to reach. But as you know, you can't judge a book by its cover. So, come on in with me. Well, this is one of my favorite pages, and it's one of my favorite parts of the book. It's called the Discovery Wheel. This is where students answer questions and figure out where they stand in the area of being a great student. And the part of this that's important is that we want students to self-assess. Because if we assess them, they won't buy it. If the student assesses herself, if the student assesses himself, he'll realize where he is and where he needs to go. This discovery process is a fundamental piece of the book. So I'd like to take you back just a few pages. So this is not easy. What I like about the book is it's broken into bite-sized chunks that students can randomly access, so they don't have to go through the book from beginning to end. One of those small chunks is this Discovery Intention journaling system. It's introduced here, and then throughout the book, we're asking students to self-assess, get in touch with their own strengths and their own weaknesses, their own desires, their own passions. We're asking students, when they learn a particular concept, to apply it to themselves and then direct themselves to the next area in their life where they can use this and be more successful. Once a student does the discovery and intention, then the next important piece is to get them into action. And of course, that's the main purpose of the book, is to get students to change their action. Now I'd like to take you to another fundamental part of the book, which are the power processes. Here we go. And this happens to be one of my favorite. Be here now. What we're asking students to do is to do what they're doing when they're doing it, and to be where they are when they're there. These power processes represent the general philosophical principles of being successful. And they are the messages that we're sending to students to practice, in addition to practicing all the specific techniques in the book. Now let's go back and look at some of the more practical parts of becoming a master student. This is a chapter about time management. It's one of my favorites because I believe that how we spend our time is how we spend our life. Here we are directing students to the effective use of to-do lists. And in other sections of this, we talk about planning their time. We even have sections for planning time if you're not a time planner. We have forms for people that they can use, but also some people don't want to use forms. The idea is to give the students a smorgasbord of possibilities, lots of different options, and then they pick the ones that work best for them. Let me go to one more page of the book. It's memory. It's important because we forget. We all forget. We forget names. We forget important dates. We forget formulas. We forget how to do a particular process that we've been told over and over again to do. We want to assist students to develop their memory, not just for school, but for everywhere. So the book is filled with memory techniques. I mean, even this chapter alone, we got like, 18, 20, 22, 25, a bunch of memory techniques. And And the most important thing, though, that I ask you to remember is the purpose of this book. And the purpose of the book is to assist students to discover for themselves what they want to do next to be successful. When you look at this book, please remember, it's designed for students to use it and to change their behavior so they can be more successful in school and beyond. My name is Dave Ellis, and I approve this message.